Don't listen to music, you need to focus. I don't know for you, but this is the type of sentence my mom would yell at me when I was a kid. My ego and I would answer something like, but I focus better when I listen to music. 20 years later, it turns out that my ego was right. During my time at uni, every time I had to get something done or to learn something new, music was here to help me. While I never really checked if there were some official studies on the topic, I just knew it. In my case, music helped me to focus. So was my mom entirely wrong? Not exactly. The impact of music on focus isn't a one-size-fits-all thing. But let's see why. A few years ago, I discovered that thing called the Mozart effect, which suggests that listening to classical music can temporarily help with reasoning and memory. But this has been really exaggerated in the pop culture. But let's not forget that at first it's true. Music can indeed create an optimal state to learn. This might explain why I felt more productive when listening to music back in the days. Take for example a study published in 2013 in Psychology of Music. This research found that workers who were working while listening to music were more productive and in a better mood compared to the people who were not listening to music. So that means that music doesn't only help with focus, it also makes the process more enjoyable. And that matters even more than the productivity itself, in my opinion. While I was writing this video, I was listening to some chill deep house, like this. And I don't know for you guys, but for me, listening to some chill and repetitive beats like this one, it just helps me a lot. It's like a cheat code. Now, before you start blasting your favorite songs, here's the twist. Not all music helps equally. Yeah, I know, would be too easy, right? Lyrics, tempo, and familiarity play a huge role. Personally, when I'm studying a topic, I avoid songs with words. But then when I'm working concretely, it's different. That's just my case. So if for you, screaming along to Taylor Swift helps you, go ahead, I won't judge you. Alright, so music helps with focus, but what about memory? Here's where things get even cooler. Music isn't just a background soundtrack. It's actually deeply linked to our brain's memory system. For instance, you might have a song, or many, that instantly takes you back to a moment in your life, or to a person, like a music that makes you think of someone, or something. You maybe already wonder why does that happen, and if you didn't ask, I'm still here to tell you. The reason lies in how our brain processes music. So hear me out, I'll keep it easy for all the people that aren't into science. I myself don't have a scientific background, but when we listen to music, some part of our brains light up, especially the ones linked to emotion and memory. And that's why songs connected to strong emotions or experience stick with us so clearly. We could take the example of a breakup song, how we can all relate to that after a breakup, and how this same song 2 years later will still make you think of this breakup. It actually goes even further than that. A study published in 2015 in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease found that patients suffering from dementia and who participate in music-based therapy showed significant improvement in mood, cognition, and overall quality of life. They were able to recall melodies and lyrics that were stored in their brain for decades. This means that if one day I'm losing my memories, you can probably still blast Skater Boy from Avril Lavigne and I will still know the lyrics. Not too proud of this one. And what I just said also means that the vibes in the retirement homes in 40, 60 years are gonna be insane. There is a documentary called Alive Inside, I believe, that showcases how music can help these patients with dementia. And watching these people listening to their favorite songs, even though they had forgotten about it, really has something special. I don't hope it ever happens to you, but if ever you're in this situation, if you have a loved one suffering from a memory-related illness, maybe it's a good idea to keep that in mind. So what can we learn with all of that? It's obvious that music is more than just entertainment. It could be even considered a tool, a kind of bridge between our emotions, our memory, and our ability to learn. It could also be considered a bridge that connects people with each other, but that's another topic and I'll keep it for later. But if you're interested in this, please let me know in the comments. And let's not forget the power of music to reconnect us with the past. I think it's important to have a playlist that reconnects us with some key moments of our lives. I personally have a playlist called Boom Boom Chest with all the songs I've been stuck on repeat or that remind me of some memories, some key moments of my life. I listen to it quite often actually. And since streaming platforms exist, it's like having a time travel machine in my pocket and I personally love it. I really encourage you to do the same. But now what? If you're still studying, you might want to experiment with different type of beats to see what works the best for you if you want to focus. I'll take my personal example. For me, when I want to read, I love to listen to lo-fi, but when I need to study a topic, I really like to have more deep house beats and some funk or tropical house when I need to vibe at the same same time. I have plenty of different Spotify playlists on my profile, so feel free to check them out and see what works the best for you. And now, back to 20 years ago when my mom was yelling at me. Was she really wrong? Well, maybe not entirely. Music doesn't help everyone to focus, and sometimes silence can be gold too. A good friend of mine used to say that silence sounds like champagne's bubbles to her. And honestly, now I get it. But even if I get it, music is too powerful for me to leave it aside. So I'll keep listening to music when I work, when I read, when I do a bit of everything, just because in my opinion it can really set a vibe and it really impacts my mood. Before you go, let me know in the comments if you listen to music while studying, or if I'm just the weird animal here. If you listen to some music while studying, let me know which tracks, which genre, what do you listen to? Also, by doing that, you might help someone crushing their next exam. So thank you for staying with me until the end. I hope you liked this video and this topic. If you liked the video, you know the drill. Hit the like button, subscribe to support me, and let me know in the comments what type of topics you'd be interested in next time. Until then, take care and I'll see you very soon. Bye.